2019, 2019. What are the memories that I haven't seen? Let's take a look at 11 with me. Burst it open and what do we see? Oh, what do we have here? We've got some artistic looking Indian like elephants and some sort of maybe a restaurant. Oh, is this a sushi and a hibachi place? We're looking at the new food experiences of 2019. All right, when I talk about building the foods of 2019, I'm particularly excited and just thrilled by all of the new types of ethnic food that my son Matt and David have tried this year. Now, given Matt's age, and how some kids just are. This is really the first year that he's tried a lot of foods. Like when he was a little kid, he would basically eat one particular kind of spaghetti from a TV dinner, and he would basically eat chicken nuggets from anywhere. And that's about it. And now he has agreed to, and he has tried more and more different foods. And in particular, this year, we've made it a point to try and try some new ethnic foods like sushi. He either read about or saw something about sushi on the internet, and he's like, "Dad, I want to try sushi." So I'm like, "Let's do it!" Like, no hesitation. If the kid says, "I want to try something," let's do it, because you never know when you're going to have that opportunity to do it again, or for him to, when you're going to have that window of opportunity to introduce your kid to something new without having to trick them into it. So sushi, and in fact, I've had sushi before. However, we went to a sushi place called Sushi Station, where the sushi comes by on a conveyor belt, and you pick the plate you want. And they come on different plates, either pink or white or yellow or blue, and that determines like the price. So you just take it, and then you stack your plates up, and somebody comes by, a waiter comes by, and you can order off a menu too if you don't want sushi. But they come by with tally up how many plates you have of each color. And that's how much you get charged at the end of the night. So it was a really cool. I've never been to a place like that before, and it was a really interesting experience. So the background of my wall is going to be Sushi Station. Here's sushi going by on a conveyor belt, and it was good. I really enjoyed it, and Matt really enjoyed it, and my older son Dave also really enjoyed it. So that was one of my really happy memories of 2019. But I also convinced Matt. David is easygoing about this stuff. He'll eat just about anything, or try just about anything. He won't eat. It's interesting. David won't eat Subway, for example. And this year, one of Matt's new kind of favorite foods has been Subway sandwiches. First, he would only eat them from Subway, but now we've kind of convinced him that he can get all kinds of good sandwiches from other places. Whereas David's not a big fan of Subway. Usually if I say, "Hey, we're going to Subway, do you want something?" he'll be like, "I'm good," which is interesting to me. So anyway, this build back here is Sushi Station. I need to figure out if I'm going to do a Subway build or Indian food is another one that we tried this year, and I've had plenty of Indian food, and actually the first place we had Indian food, or Matt had Indian food, was at a movie theater where you order food at your you have tables, you sit at tables with like nice recliners, and then you order food off a menu, and they bring you food, which was pretty cool, if you ask me. And the next section back here that I'm building now is going to be another restaurant. And this one is going to be Benihana's, which, if you are not familiar with Benihana, it's basically, shoot, what do they call it? One second. A Japanese hibachi place. So they have this big table, and built into the table is the grill. And then the patrons come and they sit around the outside, which will make some chairs and stuff like that. And there's a chef who stands at the hibachi grill. And part of the fun is that the chef is doing all kinds of crazy antics. Like he takes an onion and he cuts it up. And you know how an onion has layers? Well, the way he cuts it, and then he can arrange the layers, these white layers, like a little volcano or a cone, with the thinnest layer of onion on top and the thickest on the bottom, and it basically makes a cone that he can then put some oil into, and then he lights it on fire, and flame shoots out the top like a volcano. And he does things with knives, like he's flipping knives around, and he is catching stuff in his hat, like he's tossing up he's flipping knives around. He's taking eggs and flipping them up, catching them in his hat, and all this kind of stuff. It's just a really, really fun experience, and it's kind of like a dinner and a show that you really wouldn't get anywhere else. It's really quite a cool experience, if you ask me. So there is the Benihana table. Now there's usually a overhead hood, kind of sucking up all the juices from the grill. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do for that one. Let's take a look at some of the newest blocks. There we go. The blast furnace, I think, looks pretty cool. And we just put this hanging down. So now we've got the sushi station conveyor belts going around back there. And I think what I might actually do is go ahead and extend it around this side, just from a visual perspective, because it did snake around through the restaurant. Now I've kind of combining two restaurants together here, but that's okay. And over here we've got some yellow plates, some white plates, some red plates. They're all kind of mixed in. I've thrown on some sea cucumber just to sort of in fact, and then over here we'll put just normal plates and drinks. We'll put them like this to show people that are eating, and we'll go ahead and back here we'll put a pumpkin guy, and we'll use a red stone block just because it's like a more vibrant red for his big chef's hat. Let me see if I can get a slab that might be better. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. He's got his chef's hat and his chef's uniform back there. Now, ideally, he'd be holding a sword, but we can't really do that. So instead, I'm just going to give him an apron, because they usually have like a black apron. And then let's see if we can put some other kind of sushi dishes. This is a chocolate dessert. They usually have desserts going around. I don't know if I can put like a... Oh, you can't. Whoops. Can't put a hook on a redstone block, it seems. Can I do it on... I don't really want to use that, but... Ah, this is him throwing his spoon. throwing his spoony thing up in there. Now, let's see. Can I get the Indian restaurant in here somehow? I think I'm going to try and do an orange and green elephant. You might be thinking, like, what? I don't blame you. But the elephant is a really regal and notorious symbol of India. and I'm kind of butchering it here. But let's see. Let's see if we can make a decent looking elephant. And then we'll make the trunk go down one more, so it really stands out. Not sure about that. Those might actually be better tusks. And they should be coming out of there. Again, these are representations. And then on this other side, we'll do the opposite. So we've got two ears in the what do you call this color? Orange. And then you come down one block for the green trunk, and then you come out one block for the green trunk. Much, much better. And then this, because it's the ear, should be consistent. I have to look. I did a really nice elephant head in my map, The Color of Infinity. I think this one looks better. Do I do that? No, I'll leave that there. It's not bad though. So we got Indian, we've got the hibachi grill, we've got the sushi station. We've also tried Mediterranean. We've tried just a bunch of other dishes. He's really gotten into some spicy chicken sandwiches at various sandwich places. But I think for now, I think that is going to do it for this build. Just a representative build of the foods, new foods of 2019 and new food experiences. I hope you enjoyed watching that memory, and stay tuned for the memories that are coming up in December 2019. We are not even halfway done.